Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to a brand new series on the Nuts and Bolts Torqued mod pack here on the FTOG server. It's a server that went live a little bit over a week ago, I think, or about 1 week. Yeah, about 8-9 days, that's right. And it's our newest grey-listed server here in the FTOG community, and it is another export mode mod pack that we decided to run here. And I did not intend initially to start recording here this soon because I'm still doing the Age of Engineering livestream, but I wanted to really get started on this mod pack because it looks like a lot of fun and it's very challenging. It is, I still, from the complexity, I think, I do prefer the Age of Engineering. Daquist, the mod pack maker of Age of Engineering, did a fantastic job on there. But this mod pack is closer to the Infinity Expert mode, meaning it has a lot of magic mods and it's much bigger, okay? It's still a little bit grindy in the beginning, and I explain that to you in a minute. And let me just explain why this is episode 0, kind of for the prologue, because I've been busy on here already. For about 20 hours, I just built a very vanilla-ish base and so on that I wanted to have ready. And we also have Spice of Life in this mod pack, and Hardcore Darkness and so on. So everything takes much longer in the beginning when you get started. And I wanted to just get that out of the way, get the food situation under control and so on. You guys can see I'm having some better meals here already. And I'll show you the base and everything in this prologue. And then next episode, we're actually going to get started with turning in quests and, you know, starting in the progression. But let me show you guys here the spawn real quick. That's what the admins and the moderators here we put together before the server went live. We wanted to have a little nice starting area, you know, with the server rules are over there. Over here under this Draconian Powerball, here's free hardcore questing mod, quest books if you want it. And over here we also have a random teleporter. When you step into it, it teleports you up to 5,000 blocks. Randomly around the overworld, so you can get a quicker start, because the problem is, you know, with Spice of Life, that if you don't get food quite quickly, you don't start with anything but 2 books, well, you're gonna have a bad time, right? So anyway, if you guys want to know how you can join us on the server and the community, I'm gonna put all the links down in the description of this video, and probably all the videos. So if you want to join us here, I'm looking forward to you coming here. So let's go home. I am part of a team, the Glitch Code team here. There's a bunch of, mostly the admins and moderators. And I am, what is this here? About 4,400 blocks from spawn. And I found this nice little cherry blossom grove next to an autumn forest. Then over here, I think this is plains. These are my neighbors. Then over here we got a magical forest, we got a little desert. And then over here in the distance, I don't... was here. There's even jungle trees, and then over here is a sacred oak biome. Then this is some weird swamp area. And so I'm really in the midst of a lot of cool biomes with lots of different trees, and you see the corals in the water and so on. Alright, so let me show you guys the area here. This is the first building I put together. I went with, you know... Oh, I didn't want to open the piston door. Sorry, I'll show you guys that in a second. But this is my cool 3x3 piston door that I made in one of my early vanilla series. I'm gonna link that as well. So if you want to know how to build this piston door, you can watch that video. But yeah, it's almost like Viking style. Just a little workshop. I don't know what to call this building. And then over here, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to talk here. And then I also added this bakery over here because I didn't want to have all the food stuff in my workshop. This is kind of, I want them to be separated, right? And then lastly, what I did is I put a wall all the way around because I got killed multiple times by creepers. Creepers in this pack are no joke. They walk up to you, there is no hissing sound, they go invisible, and then they go boom. So you can't even hit them. I don't understand the point behind that, because it's almost like, well, you're just gonna have to make armor, and so, you know, you absorb the damage. And that's why mostly everybody on their claims, you check this right here, you guys see explosions disabled. I'm not a fan of explosions disabled if you guys been watching me for a while. I always like to have the fire spread off because it just destroys whole worlds. But explosions I usually like to keep on. But on this map, I'm glad to turn it off because, you know, the creeper comes to here and usually you can hit them and then back up. But if you don't see them anymore, they go invisible. They will explode eventually. And then you would just have holes everywhere, right? So I'm gonna go with the explosions disabled this time. And I got pretty much every single crop that there is from Pam's and also some of the vanilla stuff in a 2x2. Everyone, I plant 4 of them and it works out really great. And that way I fit every one of them. I don't actually know how big this is. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 18 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 18 by 14? Yeah. And I fit every crop in here. I think the only ones that I don't have planted is the Natura barley. Because I don't see any reason to have that. And then maybe one or the other one, like some beans from random things and so on. I don't have those planted, but everything else I have. But you guys, excuse me, see right here? Because here, in this biome here, the dirt is different. It's silty dirt, okay? And that is what I have everywhere, but not underneath the potato, carrots, and wheat. The beetroot seems to grow normal on it, but I could not get these 3 types here, the potatoes, the carrots, and the wheat, to properly grow on the silty dirt. So I changed those out for regular dirt, you know, that I got from a different biome. And now they seem to be growing better. I'm not sure what the deal is with this. And I even put in, I have 1 worm here. I don't usually like worms because they're killing your FPS. But I wanted to make sure that I get some wheat so I can, you know, make more cows over there. All right, we'll go into this workshop in towards the end. And I also got some stuff ready over here. Here's where I want to start with the magic. I did start a little bit of roots, but I'm already hitting a roadblock. We're going to have to do Botania, and Astro Sorcery, and Eros Magica. You got to do them all, okay? So that's what we're probably going to get started with in the next episode. Out here today, I set up a little chicken farm. Hey, some eggs and feathers. There's just 3 chickens in there, and I put it over here so it's quiet. And, you know, got sugarcane, pumpkin, also even over there some cocoa beans. And this is my little bakery here. I did make the whole kitchen already, and I think next episode, in episode 1, or maybe towards the end here, I'm gonna go through how to use this. Let's do it today in the prologue. And over here I got storage drawers. Now, I would have probably never set these up, to be honest, because I'm putting everything into the fridges. I am, you know, let's say I'm up here, watermelons. I'm to 64. I'm not harvesting any more watermelons, okay? Or any more of these. I had walls of the Natura berry bushes around here as my first defense, and I took them all down since then. So I still have a little bit of those left. But you can put everything into these fridges, right? And I kind of tried to divide it. I know that tomatoes are a fruit, guys, but there is not really any fruit juices and so on that you make with those. So that's why it's over here in the veggie and spices kind of refrigerator. And then also, well, actually, let me put this away here so it's out of my inventory. And the seeds go right here. And over here, hello, there we go. And over here I have some finished foods and also golden apples and stuff that I found from exploration. Actually, these beans can go right there, the storage drawer. And there's some other random stuff that, you know, you collect, but you're not really cooking with. Up here is also sugarcane. So we got a little bakery. There's more room up here, which I don't know. If I ever automate like the presser or something, I would probably put that up there. But like I said, I'm going to explain how I cook and so on here in a minute. And let's talk about the progression in this, okay? It's very slow, like I said in the beginning, especially with the hardcore darkness, okay? The first thing you should do, honestly, is, before you do anything, is make a sleeping bag. A sleeping bag recipe is just 2 carpets and 3 wool. We did start the server the first week. We were at 50% Morpheus, okay? But I actually lowered that to 30% yesterday because so many people are having bases or starting to AFK. The moderators and we started kicking people that didn't sleep and we felt like they're AFK. But it's not a solution, right? I mean, you can't blame somebody. You know, it's Minecraft. It's not a a WoW raid or something where you can't go AFK. It's Minecraft. If you need to step away from the computer, you shouldn't have to worry about, you know, interrupting other people's gameplay. I don't feel that way. So I lowered it to 30%, and now that makes a big difference because, you know, we have 20 people online at times. A lot of people need to sleep at 50, well, 10 to be exact. But anyways, so make yourself that, and then I think, and that's on the inside, but I can just show it to you here. What I made also right away was a lunch bag, the 3 paper, and it works the same way as the lunch box. It's just smaller. This is how it usually is, and you right-click and you can put different foods in here. I forgot now how much the lunch bag has. I think it only has 3 or 4 slots. Let's just check real quick. Get in there. Let's check here real quick. 3 slots. Oh, I forgot that I had food in here. I'm taking that out. And the way it works is, so like after you put the food in, right? So let's go ahead and put the pumpkin pies in here and the cook. No, I don't want to put the cook. We make better stuff out of that. You then shift right click it so it shows open, okay? And now I cannot eat right now because I'm not missing any saturation, but when you use it, it will give you the food that you have the least eaten. So you get the most saturation. See, this one says eaten once, not recently eaten, not recently eaten once, not recently. So if I eat next time, it will either eat this one, it will eat this one, or will eat this one. Because I have not recently eaten those. So you have a really good rotation. And honestly, a lot of people were complaining about Spice of Life. I have not had any problems with food at all. I like it that you need to pay a little bit more attention. You need to cook better things. Besides just having, you know, a few potatoes and you always eat the same thing. I enjoy it. I'm having a blast with that. So, and then the other thing, of course, you want to do quite early, right away while you're exploring is... I made 3 of these all together, these bags that just take wool and leather. And you know, if you explore, you get all this stuff easy. And they're basic backpacks. And when you open it, you know, it's a little bit less than a vanilla chest, right? Yeah, 1 row less. But it's good to have. And then I also, let me take it off, upgraded one of them recently to the iron backpack. And the recipe for that is... right there, you take one of the basics, surround it with iron and a chest, and then you make the storage emphasis. And I set up the key binding, so with Shift B, it actually equips it on my back, okay? And then when you press B, it opens that backpack for you. Okay. The other things is I made a magical boomerang quite early. Because I died in the Nether. The Nether is, oh my god, it's, guys, I'll show you in a minute why. But you cannot make a bow. Because for a bow, you need treated sticks. So you need to make a cook oven first. Now, today, while I was exploring on this village over here, I found my first immersive engineering house. And now I actually have some treated wood from there, as well as a forge engineering hammer. Sorry, that was hanging on the wall. You guys also see I got a forge hammer and some shears because I needed to make plates and copper cables to make the external heater right here. You need a bunch of the copper coils from immersive engineering. So many things to catch up. That's why I dedicated a whole episode to just show that. So next episode we can actually start with something together. So then the other thing is you want to do quite early is make yourself a mining age portal, okay? And that is from the aroma mod right there. You need to make your mining tool, which is the only difference is you need compressed cobble and an all-in-one tool that you make like this, all stone. No biggie at all, okay? Simple to make. And then you make yourself a bunch of these portal frames right here, which are just any kind of stone bricks together with that. And I actually noticed I only have, what is this, 8 of them, because down here I didn't even make the corner. But I need to have 10 altogether in order to turn in the quest. But let's go into the mining age. Hello, maybe? Please? Thank you. Press shift when you're standing in it. Now the mining age is a very safe place. It's always stay, there's no mobs, nothing. Okay? That's why I have my trees going on over here, because... well, I just wanted to make sure that I don't take down anything in my area from that nice cherry blossom. Forest, right? You find a lot of these temples right here. There's 2 different types in case you didn't know. Or at least 2. There's the large one that looks like this. If you find these underneath in the ground, there's a basement that has 2 chests in it. And if you find the smaller version with just 4 pillars, there's always a chest underneath the bottom piece of the pillar. Okay? And that's where I got all my gold, tons of iron and bones, and also a blue gem from Astral Sorcery, I believe. Okay? And then here, I kept all this because I wanted to show you guys. There's a bunch of ores. There is this banded iron ore, so that's the surface, pretty much. Very high up you can find this iron. The only vanilla iron you can find that I found out is right here. This surface iron in the aroma mining dimension. I have not found any regular iron underground at all. Nowhere. Okay? Because it is replaced by the, I think it's called the Rockhound mod. Go ahead and take a look at this quick. I'm going to farm all this up here eventually in the area. I just wanted to keep it to show you guys, to be honest. And you also, you know, regular copper ore and coal and so on. But there's a million different, what is it called? Rock hounding. Okay. At rock hounding. There we go. There is a ton of different iron and coal that you guys see here. Anthracite coal, bituminous, this coal, the peat coal ore, which I wanted to show you. Where did it go now? Okay, right here. But there's more iron right here. I'm actually take this real quick because I want to show you how to use it, process it. But there's this coal here, which actually gives you something weird looking. Okay, it gives you this moist peat chunks. And I'm going to leave the rest here. I have a bunch at home. And I don't want to do too much mining here on camera. So, and these, I'm going to show you guys how to process them right now. Let's go back home. Anything else I want to show here? No, I don't. Oh, yes. That was really important. That's what I wanted to make sure I show you guys. Make yourself a chisel right away. The chisel in this mod pack does not take any durability damage, okay? And what you can do then is you can go around and let's say... Oh, this was my first drop shaft here. Now, you gotta be careful. Do I have anything on me? Let's go ahead and close that off so I don't fall in accidentally. Alright. So you take the chisel and you just left click somewhere, right? And now you have a chiseled stone. You can pick that up and then put it in your chisel and then choose any design you want. For example, stone bricks. Alright? And you put it in here and then you can just go around and chisel a bunch of this regular smooth stone here, right? And then when you pick it up, you actually get that. So you don't need silk touch. And this is the easiest way to, you know, whenever you need smooth stone, that's how I've been. I have not cooked a single piece of stone in this pack. Because I just get it like this from the mining dimension over here. And it also saves you a lot of coal in the beginning to make this portal right here, right? So that works really great. I wanted to make sure that I show you guys this. And also, I've been told that the chisel and bits chisel doesn't take any durability damage either. So, now comes the first problem in this mod pack on our server that made it a little bit more difficult. Because in order for you to progress, you need to make a coke oven. That's the main thing. One of the biggest hurdles in the beginning. But you guys see it takes nether brick, right? And in order to get nether brick, you need to go to the nether. But I can't make a flint and steel because I need steel, which requires me to make a coke oven. Because if you look at the blast furnace as well, you need... I forgot now. Think here for a sec. No, you can make the IC2 blast furnace before going to the nether, by the way. But if you want to make this one, actually, I haven't even seen this recipe yet. But anyways, if you want to make the coke oven, you need to go to the nether. But in order to go to the nether, you need to make steel. So you could make steel with IC2, or you just make the nether portal like I have here. And then there is 3 ways you can light a nether portal in Minecraft that I found out here, of which one does not work. Because we have fire spread disabled. How you can usually start a nether portal is you put lava in this spot right there. And then in the portal frame right here, you put a leaf block or like planks. And after a few seconds, the lava will catch that wood on fire or the leaves. And when it burns out, the flame has a chance to light the nether portal for you. Okay? But we cannot do that here. Alright? So, but some people have found out that you can use this smoldering coal deposit, and I'm gonna show you guys a screenshot right now of what it looks like. I found it in the mining age. Actually, Smash told me about it, where it was, and then I went there and I picked up a few. And be careful, because when you place it right away, nothing really happens. If you give it a minute or something, it will catch area on fire, right? But if you break it, you instantly catch a big, large area on fire. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I'm gonna stand in water. Check this out. You see? It put all the areas around it on fire, and it lit the nether portal. And because we don't have fire spread on, it doesn't matter here. I just need to extinguish the flames here. Everything is probably on fire behind it. There we go. Alright. And the other way to light the nether portal on this server that is easier is if you go exploring in the ocean and find pirate ships. In their cannons, there's fire charges. And then all you need to do is throw a fire charge, right-click it onto the portal, and that will also light it, okay? So that's the 3 ways that I know of that you can light it. Okay, but now let's go in the nether and let me show you why the nether is bananas. Oh my god. It has hardcore darkness. You see how many torches I have here? And where it doesn't have torches, it is pitch black. So when you come in here, you have like a tiny little area here of lighting from the portal. The rest, everything is pitch black dark. So you don't really know, okay, what's over there? I don't know. And then even if you find out, okay, so there's nothing here. But let's say there would be a big area or something, right? You can't see, is there a way down? You need to literally inch your way around here and just keep lighting it up. Well, there's something up there, but I can't really see if I could get up there. So let's put a torch right there. And then also there is random blazes everywhere. I think that is from the Quark mod, if I'm not mistaken. And another thing is that I have no idea what they are. I forgot now what they're called, like phantoms or something. And I killed a few of those. They're actually not hard to kill, but they give you a drop. I'm gonna show you in a second when I get back to the base. Yeah, so anyway, the nether is bananas. I mean, you know, it usually... Ooh, I see over there it opens... No, I've been over there. I see torches. But, you know, finding a fortress or something with this kind of hardcore darkness is going to make it hard. But I love it. I think the nether should always be like this. The nether should be dangerous. You guys know I love the nether. It's my favorite dimension in the game. And this just adds an aspect to it that I absolutely love. I love it. I explored a lot of the caves and so on. And got me a bunch of glowstone and nether quartz. Soul sand and also, of course, nether rack. Okay, so you guys know the... Put on your big boy pants when you go to the nether. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a scary place. It really is. Alright, so... Let me see here. I am at 23 minutes. Good. I'm going to keep this at maximum half an hour. So, yes, the famous last words coming from me, I know. So, I made a bunch of chests, made upgraded chests for some of the things, you know, that I just have a lot of stuff of. Like, I love collecting plants and flowers and saplings and so on. Food and stuff was initially here, so that's why they're empty. Mob drops. Oh, this is the stuff that you get from them. The soul bead. Does it? Yeah, this, I'm not sure what this is for. It doesn't have any usage, apparently. So I'm not sure what this is for. Now we're gonna, like I said, start with quests next episode. But I wanted to show you guys. You can process iron ore in this grindstone. That's one of the first things I made because you also need it for the quest book later on. And then I found out you cannot put any of this banded iron in here, right? And that is what I wanted to show you here. Iron ore. Because you need to make yourself a bloomery right here. Okay, it's very inexpensive to make. Let me show you here. It's just a bunch of cobblestone because you need a furnace. And furnaces in this mod pack require 45 cobble to make this compressed, 2 clay and a sand. Okay, and then it's just smooth stone stairs and blocks. And you put it down and then you put any kind of fuel down here. Let's put some Let's take one of these just so you can see it. I think I can put that right there. You guys see I have 11,200 ticks in here, and if I put that, it's now 14,400 ticks. Okay, so it gives you the value that it has, the burn time, 3,200, and adds it there. So it's kind of like an internal tank. It's pretty neat, actually, this machine. And you need to make a forge hammer, 3 sticks and 2 smooth stone. And then here, now check it out. There's 150 molten bloom in here, millibuckets, right? And you guys see here the magnetite. That is the iron ore that is the lowest. It's down at like diamond level, okay? It gives you 700 millibuckets. This one gives you 650, 450, 500, 400. The surface one's 300, 200, and 100. That banded iron is the one that we found up on the surface. It only gives me 100 millibuckets. You need 500 millibuckets to make 1 ingot. So the lower you dig, the better the iron gets. So this one gives me almost 1.5 ingots per ore. There's no ore doubling when it comes to this stuff here, okay? And I also don't know if there's a way to process these differently later. Let's see here real quick. Usage. No, you can only do it in the smeltery or in the bloomery. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work later on if you want to have faster ore processing, but we'll figure it out. So 250. Let's get a couple more just so we can make one real quick. So that is, I'm gonna need 3 more of this. Come on. Put that in here. I think I have some better iron anyways, but right there I get 32 more of those. And let's get... No, I got 3 of this, and I'm gonna need, let's say, 1 of this. That's good enough. Because I want to show you guys these other 2 things here. Once this is done. And you see, it was... Oh, it's still using that, but now it's at 450. So we're gonna get to 550. And then it's going to do its magic over here and actually make us a ingot. Automatically. It loses a little bit of durability in this forge hammer. Okay, so that is how you ore process in here in the beginning. Other things like, you know, the copper and so on. Let me show you. Let's get a piece of copper. You can put all those vanilla things, of course, in here and just use the regular grindstone to get yourself 2 dusts. And then smelt those up in a regular vanilla furnace. If you want. Forgot. No, there is no ore doubling, guys. I keep forgetting that as well. So that throws me off a little bit also. There is no ore doubling yet. I don't know if the smeltery is going to ore double or we need to actually do IC2 machines and so on, okay? I haven't gotten that far. I only did the basics. All right. The other thing that you want to make is one of these basic coal refineries. And you guys see there's a torch underneath it. It needs a heat source underneath it. That's all it needs. And then you can put things in here like this anthracite coal. Okay? No, not that one. Sorry. That one is the good coal. Come on, open up. It's this one here. No, this one here. The lignite. That's what it is. I'm having a little bit of a lag here, but there we go. And then it takes 42 years real time to make 1 coal out of it. So, actually, I don't know why I'm holding on to these. Let me just put them all in here. So it does its thing. So it takes forever to make regular coal. And then there's one more thing that I wanted to show you. I need to get a piece of wood. Let me just get a piece of spruce. Because you don't get charcoal in this map either, in this mod pack. You get a charcoal lump, which by itself has 600 burn time. But if you put it into crafting table, you get 3 coal pellets, okay? And when you look at the usage of coal pellets, 8 of those make you a piece of coal. Now, these all have 200 burn time. It doesn't matter which one you use. They really thought it through. You cannot get any more burn time out of certain types. It's just whatever you have is, even if you refine it and so on. But the big difference is that you get more torches. Okay? Let me show you right there. You get your regular 4 torches. If I would use... what was that thing called again? This charcoal thingamajig here. This lump of charcoal, you only get 2. Which is actually not bad because this makes you 3 of those. So you would need almost 3 of those to make 4 torches. But you could have 6 torches if you do it. Anyways, I'm just trying to show you how you can use all these things, guys. I'll leave it up to you which you like the best and so on. And then the last one here is this moist peat. You need to make yourself a peat drying paler. Or you could possibly do it on... Why don't we test that real quick? I haven't tested that yet. Is it... I think it's just 3, right? To make the Tinker's Construct drying thingies? Yes. Let's put that here for a second. And give me one. I wanted to see if we can dry it on this one as well. We can, okay? And I'm gonna say, let's say here on the usage of these, we get this. It doesn't even show you the other one. So it might not work on it, but because you can hang it there. I'm gonna leave it hanging there just to see if it possibly works in an hour. But anyway, you get this dried peat out of that. And that one you can turn also into coal pellets, or you can get 1 torch out of it. Or use it as a little bit of fuel. So, those are the bloomery things I did. And then the last thing I wanted to touch base on is I made a clockwork engine with an external heater. And that is what I'm using my furnace. Because burnables feel like it's hard to come by, right? And you need so many torches in this pack. It's bananas. So I made this, and you simply right-click it. And then you see it go turn green, yellow, orange, and then in red. And then you should stop before you're taking damage. And now you see it starts and it charges this. It's full though, right? So this is gonna stay here. And then anything I put in here, I want to make sure I take this out of my inventory. Let's cook up some... I have 20 glass. Let's cook up a stack of clay. Just so I have some bricks. I already made a bunch of nether bricks. And you guys see it doesn't need any fuel because it comes from this external heater. It needs to go to 3100 RF in here. Need to have stored. And then it fills this flame and ticks down. When you drop below 3100 RF, this will stop giving out heat. So it takes a while, but you know, you save a lot of coal. Alright, I think I showed you guys all the things that are important in the beginning, and you can see here how dark it is out there. You don't want to be out there. And now let me show you real quick how the cooking for blockheads works, and then we are done. In case you're not familiar with this, the presser hasn't changed from Pam's, by the way. If you put soybean in here, you get the silken tofu and this grain bait. And if you put the silken tofu in again, you then get firm tofu and some soy milk. Okay, so that hasn't changed yet, but the usage for these two have completely changed in Pam's. It kind of caught me off guard. The cow in a jar, you make a jar, place it in the ground, put a cow on top, and drop an anvil on top of the cow. That kills the cow, or I should say pushes it into the cow in a jar. And this makes you milk constantly. Okay, it's a free milk source. It holds 8 buckets and it slowly refills. And then I also made the toaster over here. I'm not going to go into recipes. The recipes are very standard. You need 2 diamonds to make this thing right here. A cooking table. So that's really important. Now what I wanted to show here is you guys see the sink has a tank. I'm used to just having to right click it once and then it had water, right? But in this pack it does not give you endless water. So I put a... Let me show you here. What do I need to pick you up with? Ooh. You scared the heck out of me just now. I put a well from Pam's Harvest Craft underneath it. That is an endless water source. And because it's broken now, it's empty. But I have a water bucket here. And then I simply fill this like that. Okay? And I think it holds 15 buckets of water. 15 or 16. I think 15, which because I was shocked that it was not 16, you know, usually things are 8, 16, 32, 64 in Minecraft. But this one for some reason held 15. And why I know that is because I made water earlier and it only made enough for 15 of these. Okay? So, cooking for blockheads. Everything needs to be connected. And down here in this one, if I shift right click, you can see it. Everything here. If you shift right click them, by the way, they open and they stay open. Okay? Otherwise, if you just right-click it, it opens it, you look in, and when you close it, it closes it. Just in case you didn't know that. In this one here, I have all the cooking utensils, and I have a little bit spare tiny coal. And the way you cook is, you come into here. So now, it shows you in this one here, only the things that you can make. Okay? So for example, it doesn't show us, let's make some stuffed bell peppers. I haven't made any of those yet, so I know I haven't eaten them yet, but we know we're gonna need butter, and we're gonna need egg or raw tooth egg. So butter is silken tofu, salt, and a saucepan. So I need to make some salt for sure. Let's make, so you left click it once, it shows you the recipe over here. If you left click it again, it makes one and it disappears here because it puts it towards the top. The last crafted things, it always puts towards the top. So let's make 3 of these salt and you can keep that in your inventory. And now I should be able, yeah, there we go. The butter, right? That's what we needed. Butter, yes. Let's go ahead and right here. Oh, it made salt again. I didn't want that. It's okay. It's not wasted. Where's the butter now? Here. Why does it keep making salt? Stop making salt. Alright, so here we go. Salt and silken tofu. If I click on this again, there's 1, 2, and 3. So now we made 3. And now let's see if... Sometimes you need to close it and open it again for it to update properly. And we also need... We have egg. We have all the other things. I know we do. So it should show up here somewhere. Just a regular eggplant. There it is. Stuffed eggplant. So let's click once. Twice. There's 1. And then up here. And 3. So now I have 3 new foods. And then what I usually do is like processed things. I put into here. Just like the salt and also the raw meats and so on. Now, in case you ever want to cook meat from in here, you can also do that. Let's make some bacon and eggs. Oh, that takes raw. Beef jerky takes raw. Is there anything? Okay, like cooked mutton. Let's make one. Okay, so you click once on it and now check it out. It actually put the mutton into the stove. And you see it's burning it up. And then when it's done, it puts it over here. Wow, that took 4 tiny coal. Holy shnikes. And then you can take it out, of course, and put it back in the fridge. Or you can just leave your cooked meats in there. I don't like to keep things in these besides the saucepan, so I have an overview of everything, right? And honestly, I really want to make here. Make 1, 2, 3. I mean, who doesn't like bacon and eggs? Mmm, delicious. Okay, so guys, that is it for the prologue. I hope you guys are looking forward to the series. I'm actually going to record the first episode here shortly after, so you don't need to wait for the actual episode 1 for too long. And where we're going to get started with the magic. We're going to turn in a bunch of quests and so on first. How much time is it? 37 minutes. I missed my mark, guys. But I want to end it on a fun little thing that I wanted to put down for a while. I want to put one of those and watch it grow. These are the magic beans that you can find in dungeon chests. They're not the regular ones. And on top of this, there is a treasure. And of course, it is a lightning fast going up here. Look at the Y on the... Boom, I'm up here. And... Oh. So, how do I get this stuff here? Oh boy. What do I do now? I can't right-click this. Can I put a block underneath me? What? Does this hurt me? Am I gonna die? Ooh, it slows you down on the bottom. Okay. Well, let me get some blocks out here and test this again when I get up there. I gotta be able to... I usually like these in houses because they're so fast, you know, instead of ladders or something. Okay, hold this. Okay, so now I can stand here. Good. Oh. Is there a trick to opening this? Bean pod. The height limit. Okay. Do I need to just break this maybe? Guys, it's been a while since I used this. Yes. Ooh, I see an emerald. Alright. Let's get back down there and get this emerald. And it looks like I got 13 iron. 2 diamonds, 4 gold, and an emerald from that. So that is pretty nifty, right? And I'm gonna do the same one right here. And I think when you break the bottom block, it's all gone. It's all gone. And you can also make yourself some other ones that are bean. Right here. This one here. Lesser magic bean. You take a bean and surround it with gold nuggets. I'm not exactly sure what this one does. And this regular bean, I think, is the one that just grows the bean. So if you ever have, you need to go down, for example, for embers later. We're gonna need to be down at bedrock. I definitely want to plant one of those so you can get up and down very easily. But let's do our outro right here in front of my beautiful area. I'm very happy how it turned out. The piston door, you guys saw, 3x3. I totally did not explain it. But there's actually a T flip-flop down there. So it stays open, because that's one thing I didn't like about my initial design. That it closed too quickly, and out here is no pressure plate, but instead a button, so mobs cannot open it, right? So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this prologue, and you're looking forward to the series, and I'll catch you very soon in episode 1. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.